Welcome to Kite Beach Maui. I'm your instructor Suzie Dorn, and today we're going to run through the basics of the Kiteboarding 101 2007 style. We have a bow kite, we have our short line system, and we have our student Suzie helping us out today. I'm going to run you through the basics of our beginner lesson, Maui style. Suzie? Okay, Suzie, I'm David, I'm your instructor today.
David.
Nice to meet you. So we met a little earlier and you told me that you had some experience with some windsurfing and some surfing. So today we're going to take you from the kiteboarding, the basics, and we're going to start by dressing you. If you'd like to just put that jacket on for me. And this is a combination buoyancy jacket and harness. So go ahead and zip that up. Nice. Okay, you can do the Velcro part, left, right, left, and there's a spreader bar on the ground there, that's silver object, just pick that up and we're going to attach that too. And your harness gives you the ability to hold a powerful kite and fly the kite with one hand. This buckle's going to go on here. The hook points down. And we're going to get that quite tight. This is part of your power train. This is how you get the power into the kite. How does that feel? Comfortable? Mm-hmm. All right. Now, the next stage, we're going to set up our kite and equipment right here. And I know you've seen it done a few times, so why don't we go ahead and we're going to use this kite here. We have a 5-meter kite. It's pretty windy today, so this is a small kite. The smaller the size kite, the less power. When you have strong wind, we'll use a smaller kite. If you have light wind, like in San Diego, you might have a much larger kite. But this is plenty for us today. Go ahead, and we're going to spread that out right here and roll it out. We're going to keep our back to the wind, roll the kite in the downwind side. Nice. And we have a sandbag here. We'll put that right in the center of the kite. Great. Now this is a one-pump kite, so if you'd like to start at that far end, take care. We're going to seal up all of these struts. You can see along the kite here, we have these transverse struts here. These are give the kite its shape. We're going to use the valves, seal them up. Because this is a single point inflation kite known as a one pump. Now we're going to use our electric pump today. Save a little time. These are great time saver, and also if you have a large kite, a lot of fun. Also on the front of the kite you have an inflate and a deflate valve. It's important to seal up the deflate valve before you attempt to inflate the kite, otherwise all the air will just come straight back out. Alright, this end can go in the inflate there. I'm going to attach this to the pump. Get that in nice and solid. You can hit the on button there. And stand back a little. I'm going to let that kite inflate. It comes to life. It's a good chance just to check that all of the valves are inflated. You can just let that go and let the kite achieve its natural shape. It's important to make sure, Suzie, that the kite is always secured. We have a heavy sandbag, otherwise this kite would be tumbling down the beach. Fortunately, this is an automatic shut-off pump, and it's had a pre-dialed pressure here, which is about approximately 6 psi. And just have a look here on this strut. I'm going to pinch off that valve. A little bit of air can come out, no problem. And we're going to seal that. So let's put this pump safely to one side. Thank you. And I'm going to just walk downwind a little and flip this kite. And we're going to lay out the lines next. Go ahead and grab your bar. I'm going to secure the kite pointing into the wind here. just like that. So this is your control bar, Suzie. Looks a little complicated right now, but on the ends you have some rubber ends. Undo those, and you're going to hold this in your hand here and leave this end of the lines here and just walk upwind and stay a little on the one side there so we can see what you're doing. I'm going to lay out the lines. Awesome. Just shake them out and get them as straight as you can. You may notice that the bar is red on one side and blue on the other. Which side do you think the red goes on? Left. That's correct. Just like on boats you have port and starboard. On kiteboard gear you have port and starboard, and red is left. Go ahead and lay that bar on the sand for me. Red side to the left. And red's on the left when we're putting the bar on the upwind side. The upwind side is closest to the wind, the kite's on the downwind side. And I'm just going to stretch out the lines. And come in there, you've seen us do it. I want you to walk the lines there. Put one foot either side of those center lines. And notice we have a center set of lines, center pair, and the outside set. And then we're going to just walk those lines out all the way. And then you're going to spread them apart. Nice. I'm going to walk it one more time, let that go. And let's just make sure that the safety system is functioning. And see this big thick leash here that goes on one side? It happens to be the right side here. And that's a sliding safety system, so you have to make sure that that is able to slide. There's no knots in it. It has a little Velcro. Okay, so we straighten those out. And so these center lines, just go down and keep those on their respective sides. Nice. Okay. Good. Now let's come up to the kite. This kite is a bow kite. And bow kites have bridles. The bridle is this little group of lines that's attached to the kite here. And looks a little bit like a spider web. And we're going to straighten this out. I've got a little tangle in here from the last time. I'll get you to go to the other side, and I have the red one, and you can just straighten that blue bridle. And we'll get that nice and straight. It's important to get all your lines straight because line tangles, disconnections, or broken lines can result in loss of control. Just like you wouldn't want the brakes to go out or the steering to go out in your car, you wouldn't want the same thing to happen in your kite. Oh, here we go. Good, just hold up yours. Notice the bridle has 2 points or termination points here, connection points. One is closer to the trailing edge, the back of the kite here, or the wing tip. And that's going to be for the back line. And the other one is the front lines. Okay, and drop the back. I'm going to bring that front one up. I'm going to connect it to the center lines. So the center lines from the bar will go to the front of the kite. Notice the front or leading edge is on the ground. Go ahead and pick that up. It's like a trainer kite. You have a slip knot here, lark's head, stop knot, and I'm going to go to that second larger knot there. So you can do the same on your side. We'll keep the kite even side to side. Nice. Okay, that looks good to me. And just lay those down. I like to do the center lines first and then moving to the outside line. Pick that up. It's okay to drag the bar a little closer to the kite, that's fine. And then pick up that back bridle. And notice this was a male-female connection, and this is female to male with the loop on the back. And that just stops you cross-connecting the lines. So let's get that on there. Nice and tight. Give it a test. Excellent. Okay. It's a small knot, yep, but that will actually hold the power of the kite. Go ahead and lay that one down. Great. We're going to go up to the bar now and let's look at the function of the bar.
Okay, we're going to cut after the bar. Get to the bar, I got to move the camera.
Okay. And then I'll get you to just pick up your bar. Okay, that'll do, stop.
Wait.
Go.
Go. Much better.
Okay, you can go ahead and pick up your bar here, Susie. Okay, and the first thing we're going to do is make sure the red is on the left side, correct? And you're going to reach down and grab that safety leash and connect that onto the front of your harness. There's a hook there. It goes right on that red loop. Make sure that's all clipped on. Nice. Good. Okay, and now you're going to attach your trim loop that goes into your harness hook. And we're going to go ahead and use that chicken finger there to lock it in. Great. Okay, we want the bar to hold some of the weight. What I'm going to do is just hold the bar a little bit like that so we can see what's going on. Now firstly, and slowly, I want you to just practice steering a little to the left. Okay, pulling on the left side of the bar goes left. Pull on the right side to go right. Okay, and back to center. Nice. All right, the other thing you can do with this 4-line bar is sheet in and sheet out. Long arms is sheeting out, good. That's for deep power. Sheeting in, slowly, less, more, and then the maximum you can sheet in is all the way. This increases the power. Sheeting out, sheeting in. The main thing with these kites is they have the ability to change their power. They have up to 100% deep power. Occasionally I'm going to ask you to let go of the bar and give you the signal. So go ahead and let go of the bar entirely. And have a look how far the bar travels away. It's about 1.5 meters on some kites. This amount of travel gives the kite the ability to fully depower and spill all the wind. Okay, we're going to be doing this on the water several times today. And it's important to know how to get the bar back from this position. So go ahead, we're going to climb up the gray line, hand over hand, carefully up to the bar. And before we put the hand on the bar, we make sure the red is on the left. And slowly grab onto that. Yep, and then the kite will get back into a powered position. Nice. Okay. Now this is going to be your emergency response. So when I give you the hand signal, okay, I'm going to be giving you this two-handed release signal. Okay, that's the international signal for let go. So let's practice. Let go. Good. Now you can climb back up to the line. Now on this style of kite, and the bar red on the left. This style of kite, there's several other safeties that you have to be able to do, so we're going to have some extra hand signals. And one is to release the trim loop. So first, let go of the bar. Good. Now when I give you this hand signal, this means let go. Good. When I give you this hand signal, this means release the trim loop. Go ahead. Release the trim loop. And the third one, I want you to cut away on your release. Now, it's very rare that we have to do all three at the same time. We usually do the first one, releasing the bar, and see if that has the desired effect to stop the power of the kite. If the kite is still powered, we can then go to the second option, which is releasing the trim loop. Then we wait and see if the kite is depowered. Usually that will depower the kite. If the lines are tangled or for any other reason there's still power in the kite, then we have to ditch the kite, which is release that trim loop. Which brings us to an important safety tip. Always ensure that you have a quick release to any part of the equipment that's attached to your body. It always has to be a quick release at the rider's end. Nice. So let's go in reverse order. We're going to reattach. So you can reattach that safety leash. See how that goes together. In fact, it goes the other way here. Watch me the first time. Tilts it through. That goes over. Now you can pick up your bar. Good. Right on the left. Actually, I'll hold the bar for you. And you can reattach that trim loop. So the trim loop is opened up now. And it can go back together with the Velcro. Through here. Let's go ultra slow motion. Move your hands so the camera can see. Okay. Have you ever done this before? I like to move this neoprene out of the way so you can see what's going on. There's a square hole here. Make sure it goes in there like that. Nice. Okay, you can reattach this guy. Now, at some stages today, on some of these bars, you'll be seeing this little device here. And this is the overrider stopper ball. In our first few attempts, we'll probably be riding with this ball just able to slide. This gives us the ability to depower instantly and quickly. This little device here, that you see on most kites, is the overrider stopper ball. And this gives the rider the ability to rest the bar. And it pushes into position here, and you can push it on. There's a click when it gets on a position. That allows you to rest the bar at certain times, especially for bar spins or when you've let go of the bar and you're just preparing your board to put it on your feet. Now, this stops the kite from fully depowering. It will depower mostly, but in an emergency, this will disconnect and give you the full range of depower. Just see if you can't push the bar right through that and see if you can kind of smash it off there. Oh, third attempt. Good. Now, notice we're a little bit loose here, so this is not able to do it. Okay, your arms might be a little short for that. Now, punch it like you mean it. All right, pretty hard, isn't it? Okay, prepare your back, bend your back. No, the other way. It's off. All right, let's not use that.
Yeah, that's me.
Huh? Now, I've had to actually go put my feet on the bar to smash that off before, okay? So it needs some force to disconnect. This orange ball, 35 pounds of pressure it needs to release. Okay, that's like a heavy bag of cement. So quite a bit. You also notice on this bar there's two other interesting looking features here. And these are your trim controls. And you have two little T-shaped toggles here. And you have a red and a blue. And just like on the older kites, you have the trim strap to adjust your trim angle on the kite. Because we have this longer distance here, these are extension handles for the same trim strap. Now the color-coded red is for depower, when you want less power, and blue is for repower. So let's just stretch that out a little bit. So with one hand I want you to reach up, that's it, grab that and now pull it, and that'll shorten this strap here slowly and firmly. That's it, okay, you're moving it a bit more. Come on, like you mean it, that's it. Now, they just moved 2 inches, but that's enough to depower your kite because that will change the angle of your kite. So by pulling the red, you have depowered your kite. Usually we set these before we ride and we adjust them only occasionally if the wind strength changes. Most of your power control will come from adjusting the amount of sheeting on the bar, the position of the bar. Okay, if you need to repower, go ahead and pull the blue one, pull it about 2 inches and then release it. That's good, 2 inches, release, and that effect lengthened the strap here, which is connected to the front lines. Lengthening the front lines increases the angle of the kite, increases the power. Good. Now I know as a matter of reference, when these two toggles are in the same position, that's full power. So this shows me with the red one slightly longer, that this kite is slightly depowered. This is fun. But now we're going to go and fly the kite and get to use the controls with a little bit of power in the kite. Would you like to try that?
Yep.
And what we're going to do is before we put power in the kite, we're going to go ahead and give you a helmet there. And I'm going to be using a leash with the kite so we can experiment here without any risk of getting dragged. Okay, I'm going to grab that helmet for you. Yes, Suzie, you can just let your bar hang down there actually. I'm going to have you put this helmet on. And even on the beach, we're going to wear that helmet today, so don't even take that off until we give you the all clear. Now I'm going to be using my harness today too. And that gives me the ability to step in and take control if need be. Okay. And I'll be using a wrist leash here. So, one more time going over the signals. Repeat back to me what they mean.
Let go. Release. Release the kite.
Okay, that's good. Now I have a wrist leash here. I'm going to be attached to your kite. So, don't worry about the kite. You can't put it in a bad position right now. I won't let it get too far out of position. So, I'm going to attach this to my wrist. And then we'll do a few of those exercises. Going to start with a short leash here. I'm going to just attach right here to the center of that kite. You can go ahead and stay in that position. Slow down. Walk a little to your left. Stop. So just get yourself planted firmly. going to be a little bit of power in the kite. I'm going to lift the kite into the wind here. So the kite is flapping right now. You can hear it flapping. It's called luffing. There's not too much power. But as I step back, you're going to get some power. So hold your position. All right, be strong. That's good. How's that feel? Let's practice the first one. Just release the bar. And in fact, you're not going to have very much power at all on the kite. See the kite just sitting there luffing? Okay. Now I want you to carefully climb up that center line. And slowly climb up the bar there. Good. Put a little bit of pressure on it. Now the more you pull the bar, the more power is going to be in the kite. Let's just try that. Pull the bar in. So the back lines get tight and more power. And push the bar away. The back lines are loose. You can see them bowing out. Less power. Pull in, that means sheet in. More power, less power. Okay, now let's move the range about 6 inches only. That's all you'll need to move the kite. Awesome. Now, pull a little bit of left bar. Let's see you steer the kite to the left. I'm going to hold the kite for now. A little bit of left. Good. A little bit of right. A little bit of left. Good. And a neutral bar is in the middle. Awesome. Well, I want you to bring the kite up from this position. This is our 3 o'clock, 2, 1 o'clock, 12 will be this hand signal here, 11, 10. But we're just going to work the kite a little bit off the ground. Be strong. You can actually put one foot in front of the other. Put your weight on your back leg. Hold your ground. Now it feels like you might have a little too much power in this kite. I'm going to have you reach up and pull that red toggle. Pull it. Good. Now there has to be some tension on the lines. Okay. Now let's see if you can steer this kite off the ground. I'm going to go a little bit looser on the leash here. Just bring it off the ground. A couple of feet. Steer it to the left. It's a little too gusty here. Okay, repower the kite with a little bit of blue. Now let's see if you can hover just off the ground. There you go. Great. Just get the feel for that. We're not going to go too high up, just off the ground. Now pull hard, it'll launch. Okay, now don't worry, you can experiment with that. What I might have you do is sit down on the ground, then there's no chance of falling over. Sit down, keep your feet in front, and now steer the kite. This is your chance to experiment a little. Pull a little bit of left to see if you can get it to launch. Okay, you're doing good. Let it bounce, it's coming back. Now left is up from here. Pull left. Okay. Now, when I say pull left, keep pulling left until you get a result from the kite. On the water, this kite will relaunch from this position, pulling left. It will roll over and come up quickly. As soon as the kite leaves the water, you might want to go more of neutral bar. Now, try and keep a constant pressure through your hands and feel a certain amount of bar pressure. Okay, just off the ground here. Try and keep my leash a little bit slack. Good. Not too much pressure. I just want you to maintain this 2 o'clock position here with the kite, or touching the ground, keeping the kite just vertical on its edge. Okay, one more time. To launch from this position, pull your red bar, let the kite roll over, then it will relaunch. Okay, try steering it here. There you go. Nice. And let's just practice our release now. Wait for the signal. Okay? You can release at any time, that's fine. Or you can wait for my signal. Steer it up. And now release. Release? Good. Let's watch what the kite does. Remember, I'm attached to it. Okay, the kite has no power. The next one I want you to practice is, let's see what happens when you release the center trim loop. So go ahead and release the trim loop. Let it go. Okay, see the bar slide away from you? Now the kite opened up and it's depowered here. Okay, it may bounce a little, but it's mostly depowered. If you had to, you could release that leash as well, but we're not going to. Now we're going to recover the kite. To recover the kite, from this position, you're going to stand up. I'm going to climb up that one line. Hand over hand, slowly climbing up that line. Hand over hand. Now, slowly. We never want to wrap the line around your hand. So keep climbing, hand over hand. Okay, we want to stay clear of the lines. Now here, when you get to the bar, you do not want to grab the bar. Okay, the lines may be tangled, and that will repower the kite. We're going to go all the way to the kite for self-rescue. So go over the bar, stay on the same line. Good. Go all the way to the kite and grab the leading edge. Keep hold of the lines. Grab the leading edge of the kite. Okay, flip it the other way to the left. Okay. And notice there are still some lines down here, so don't be surprised. Stay where you are. Don't be surprised if they get a little tangled around your foot. Now, why don't you grab the kite into that self-rescue position there. Start at one of the wingtips. I might give you this leash here. Okay, that's one way to do it, grabbing the bridles. Good. Good. Now, we do need you to change hands though. So somehow, get your hand position reversed. So the left is on the left wingtip. The right, you can grab it there. You can also grab it up here. Yeah, grab it on the strut, and that strut. Good. Now hold the kite out to this side. That's 3 o'clock, and you can steer the kite. Or you can go over the top to the other side. Let's show me to the left side of the wind window. Swing it to the left, pull on your left, push on the right. Yeah, and really push that kite over. Bend that bottom elbow. And this will get you back to the beach. Do you understand that? Mm-hmm. Good. The lines will be a little bit behind you, dragging. Mm-hmm. A little bit messy, but that will get you back to the beach. Once we approach the beach, you don't want to let go of the kite suddenly because it is a little tangled. So what I want you to do is grab onto the, put your knee on the bottom, grab the top edge. We're going to smother the kite and put it down, tilt that leading edge down towards the wind. Get the middle of the kite again. All right, now carefully check there are no lines around your feet or anything. Okay, let go of that wingtip. All right, and flip the kite back to the right here. Well done. Okay, tilt it down into the wind. Excellent. And we're going to put a little bit of sand, or just hold that. I'll grab that bag. Okay, that's some basics there. Not bad at all. And you can take off that leash. Okay, Susie, that's the end of our basic section on the land. That's ground school. So now we're going to go in the water and try the same skills on the water. Okay. Thanks.